Hey, y'all. So I am definitely trying to figure all of this out. It has been a definite challenge. Ha, ha, ha. But we gonna figure it out. We gonna get it together. I think so. I think we're gonna get it together. So right now I am on two of my platforms. I am on Facebook, my Facebook page, Stacey Michelle Gives Back, and I'm on my YouTube page, Live Stacey Michelle. Okay, that's what we're doing right now. So I'm just playing around with stuff. This is a beta test to see how this all plays out. Okay, that's what we're trying to see. Trying to test some stuff out, trying to get it together. Okay, just trying. Trying. So definitely excited to be here tonight. Playing around, excited to be here. Nobody's in. No, I don't have any eyeballs right now, so I'm just gonna do what I do best, and that is just talk, and practice with all these clicks and all these features that I can actually do. I am actually on shout out to StreamYard, the streaming platform. I love them. They make everything like really, really cool. So yes, this is definitely powered by StreamYard. And I can actually stream on up to 8 different platforms. I don't have that many, but even my guests can actually stream on their platforms as well. So totally excited to be here today. So a lot has happened since the last time I hung out with you guys when I first went live. But I'm back. My mom was in town. She hung out with me. We went to Delta's Boulevard Bash Global. It's a global street party that Delta has every year annually for employees, family, and friends. Music, games, stuff for the kids to do, food, more food, a lot of food trucks. Really, really fun. Me and my mom got out there early, so we was able to eat really well before the lines got really long. And we had a special performance by Matchbox 20. A great band. They've been around forever. Like, and I don't want to say ever, like they're just like really old. But they've been around for some years, and I'm going to educate myself because, you know, on my streams, I love to educate myself. But let's see how long Matchbox 20 has actually been around. Because it's been definitely some years. So let's see what it says. How long has the band Matchbox 20 been around? Okay, because they did say they produced their first 2 albums in Atlanta, so they were glad to be back. 1995, it says 1995 to 2004, and then 2007 to present. Okay, so 1995, let me get my calculator. For those of us who are smart, let's just use our calculator. So almost 30 years, almost 28 years, almost 30 years. And man, they sounded so good. Oh my goodness. They sounded really good. So shout out to Matchbox 20 who hung out with Delta this past weekend. Had a lot of fun. I also went and got me some glasses so that I can see. So I can see now. I mean, I can see, but now I can really see. But I have to get me a better ring light or something so there's not a glare. If anybody knows like what to do when you have to wear glasses and you have a ring light, how do you handle that? So really quick question, really quick trivia, or what do you want to say? Because shout out to Matchbox 20 again. They was formed in 1995. Okay, Rob Thomas, Brian Yell, and Paul Ducati were part of the band Tabitha Secret, which was based in Orlando, Florida, with fellow members Jay Stanley and John Jeff, before splitting apart to start a new band, what was to become a Matchbox 20. So definitely, like, I like Matchbox 20. I really do. We have to find a song that we can play. Let's see, because I definitely downloaded some songs. And so this is from their album Yourself or Someone Like You. 3 a.m. I don't know if y'all know this one. Everybody knows this one, right? I like this one. This is a good one. They sang this one, and they did a really good job. I mean, they sounded like how it sounds right now. They sounded really, really good, and we enjoyed them. Yeah, Matchbox 20. Shout out to them. They did really good this weekend. So, and the weekend was really, really nice. It was really, really nice. So anyway, so we are testing out Stacey Michelle's Corner. This is a beta test. I see people popping in and popping out. They're probably like, oh, I don't want to be the only one it hurt. Stream. Oh, I accidentally clicked on it. It's all good. I'm not tripping. I am not tripping. You got to start somewhere. So anyway, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in the world today, y'all. So much from personal relationships with the Smiths to the war. 2 wars going on, actually. It's wild. In the US, of course, we are in the middle of it. And I'm not going to get political on here because I don't want to go that route. But I mean, it's a lot going on. I mean, from the earthquakes that happened recently in Morocco to like all the flooding and just everything. It's just wild. It's just a really, really wild time. I mean, I was telling someone, imagine like I'm sitting here right now live with y'all, just sitting here right now live with y'all, and devastation happens. Mother Nature just does her thing. I mean, and then here's the video, and I know it would go viral like crazy because we record everything. So just really unfortunate what's going on right now in Israel. I don't even know, like, I need to educate myself, but even at the same time I educate myself, I don't really want to be like one of the people picking sides. I just know that it is really awful that innocent people get hurt. The devastation that happened earlier today at the hospital, the attack on the hospital is just really really sad. I mean, it's just really sad because I was listening to the news a little bit, like the CNN, and it said it killed hundreds of people at the Gaza hospital. And Hamas and Israel, they're both like blaming. It's like nobody wants to take accountability for what happened, right? But apparently it's killed more than 500 people. And just a really sad, unfortunate thing, because I was listening to the radio and they said like a hospital is a safe haven, right? A hospital is a place where people go not only to get the treatment they need, but just a place that they said a lot of the people that were seeking shelter, they went to the hospital because they thought it was a safe place. So much prayers goes to them and those individuals. I mean, it's just, man, I can't even wrap my head around it, you know? And it's just like, you know, nobody who's to blame, right? You know, I don't know. I don't know. And so that just goes to show, like, love on your loved ones now, because so much can happen. Um, like, instantly, you can snap your fingers and you get a phone call and something happens, or you can be live and something happens, right? It's just, the world is just one of those places. And so, yeah, just anyway. So, but shout out to all our servicemen and women who are currently possibly being deployed to support this. I don't even know if I should. They're currently being you know deployed. You know what I'm saying? They're currently being deployed, okay? And it's wild because you know you just, a lot of our young people, they commit, I don't want to say commit, but they dedicate their lives to be in the service. And a lot of them do it because that is like their only option of to survive or to become an adult, because they probably can't get the job they want, or probably don't really want to go to college, for whatever reason. I mean, some of them do it because they really, that's just in their blood and their family, and they really want to serve our country. But it's one of those things, I'm wondering if they're just taught to just always be prepared. Like, you can, and I don't even think you can be taught to be prepared. I think it's something you kind of get in a habit of, like, okay, let me make sure I got everything I need. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure, I keep everything up to date. My family can contact me, or whatever it is. They're taught to prepare themselves to go to war. I don't think I don't know. I have to have a conversation with them, with someone, because it's almost hard to really, all of a sudden you wake up and they're like, okay, time to go. You're being deployed. And actually being deployed is one thing, but actually fighting in a war is a whole nother ball game. But from what I'm told, they're taught all types of skills, survival skills, to adjust to different things like that. But a lot of times they don't even come back the same person. So I don't know. It's just wild that we just live in this world that has so much hate and so much greed, and people want power, and the evil, like, I don't like you because you're black, or I don't like you because you're white, or I don't like you because you have this, because you believe in this religion, or you practice this religion, and I don't like you. Like, that's crazy to me. It's crazy to me how we, as the entire world, can't get along because we have differences, right? Just anyway, this is the world we live in. So I'm just all over the place today because I'm just testing out my live streams, trying to see how this works, how it sounds. And happy Pride Month. Y'all see I have on my colors. Happy Pride Month. Delta Airlines actually had here in Atlanta, Delta Airlines actually had the Pride Parade here in Atlanta this past weekend. And let me tell you something. Delta Airlines is definitely a bomb company. They are very supportive of their employees, and they try to support them in any way they can. And they show up for the Pride Parade in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, they show up. I got to be in the parade last year. I didn't do it this year because I actually went to Boulevard Bash the day before and was so exhausted hanging out with my mom that I just could not. I could not get out of bed. But yeah, I mean, it's so much. If you ever if you've never had the chance to attend a pride parade, you are definitely missing out. It is like, a party, a block party that's extended, if that makes sense, because, it's a parade and it goes a certain distance. So definitely fun, definitely fun. Anyway, so, what's up with y'all out there? What's up going on tonight? We are definitely, I am definitely hanging out live on Facebook and also live on YouTube, testing out my live show, trying to see what it's going to be about. I don't want to be too controversial, but I definitely want to talk. I have a friend that he said he would join me. Shout out to CJ, because like when we get to talking about stuff, we talk. So he's going to be my invisible guest, because he's like, I don't want to show my face. And I'm like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But we're going to talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I realized is like, about myself, is that I have a hard time accepting the word no. Okay, like I will see, yesterday I was just going back and forth in emails trying to resolve an issue that was started because of some confusion, right? And I have to recognize that a lot of companies are hiring new people. A lot of times when you hire new people and you have to hire them, the onboarding process is really quick. Sometimes they don't get the full training like they should, right? Sometimes they may not even be trained and may have to figure things out. But anyway, earlier this summer, because of some confusion that had nothing to do with me, it from someone else that kept telling me I needed something, I needed to turn something in, I needed to email, I needed to upload these documents into the system. And I kept trying to upload the documents into the system, and obviously I couldn't, right? So then, like most people like me, or people who've been in IT or project management, IT specifically, and you're doing new releases or you're trying to do things, they teach you how to either break the system or do workarounds, right? So I call myself doing this workaround, trying to upload this paperwork, and it kind of jacked up everything, right? Again, no fault of my own, because I was trying to do what they asked me to do. And I do remember sending them an email saying, hey, how do I upload this paperwork? And they told me how to do it, and I still couldn't do it. So I did the workaround, uploaded the paperwork, and it ended up messing up just a whole bunch of stuff, right? And so finally they came back and was like, oh, you never had to upload the paperwork. You didn't have to upload the paperwork. Once you upload it one time a year, it was for school. Once you upload the paperwork, then you don't have to upload the paperwork again, right? Okay. So let's just get right in it. So my classes ended up getting dropped because I ended up messing up my financial aid, which is my Pell Grant. So once those got messed up and it appeared that I didn't have any grants, they dropped my classes for non-payment, right? And so finally they figured out that I had already uploaded the paperwork. Apparently they added the classes back. They paid the grants, got paid for the classes, but nobody told me. I didn't get no confirmation that, hey, your classes have been added back, like we fixed everything, blah blah blah. So I just assumed stuff was still jacked up. So I didn't take any classes this summer because I thought my classes were dropped, right? And so guess what? One of my professors, he finally reached out to me. He's like, hey, I noticed you wasn't turning your assignments in, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, but by this time, it's the end of the semester, we're about to do midterms. He was like, go online, fill out, I had to fill out some type of form that requested my classes be dropped without penalty because of this situation, and he was going to sign off on it. Okay, so he signed off on it, but my other professor, I didn't get in touch with him, so I ended up getting an F in that class. I got the drop class for this class. But anyway, to make a long story short, so all this time I'm trying to get my grant straight and this financial aid straight, and I'm going back and forth in email, right? The financial aid department, because I do not like the word no. Finally, they provided information where I had to accept the word no. And I accepted it. I bowed down gracefully, but I wouldn't be in this situation had someone knew their job from the beginning and wasn't telling me incorrect information early this summer. But that just goes to show, like, when you're doing your job and you're in any type of service job, customer service job, or you have to deal with people documents, or you have to explain information to them, or you have to send them an email and they're required to do this, man, make sure that you're taking the time out to provide the correct information to the individuals, okay? Because the most frustrating thing is to have to somehow suffer or be in a bad situation because someone that is supposed to know their job didn't do their job correctly. All right. So anyway, I accepted the word no, and I'll be back in school in the spring. I took one class this fall. I think I did good. I got like a BC. I'm tired, y'all. Almost there. I'm tired. But I have one more class. I start back up again in January. So I decided to take some time to do some lives. So anyway, welcome to Michelle's Corner. This is a beta test, trying to see how this is going to be, trying to play with the little features that I have access to. Hopefully I'll have some guests come on here. I gotta be a little careful though. I really want to be like, ask those tough questions and get controversial and speak my mind, but I have to be respectful. And but my guest, CJ, because nobody will know who he is, can definitely go in and say what he wants to say. So, quick question to some of y'all out there. So I know they've been talking about like toxic relationships and the whole Smith, Jada and Will. And then you got Taylor Swift. They talk about Taylor Swift and her not being in any long-term committed relationships. Do you think that society now has us as individuals and social media, and it's crazy because you don't really have to interact with people anymore. Like, and when you do, a limited time, because you could always just be like, oh, I'm done with you. Do you think that we're just becoming a society that really doesn't want to be bothered with people long-term relationships, right? And also the question that I have is, why all of a sudden are men being like pitted against women? Women and men are being pitted against each other. Like, you are on YouTube and you see a whole bunch of stuff. You'll see how nowadays you'll have, different content creators talking about being in relationships. Like some of them saying, don't even deal with men. Men are bad. And then you have others that are like, women aren't bad. Like, and who's the prize? And all this crazy stuff. Like, who is the prize? Like, I don't know. Me growing up, the woman was always the prize. Now men are being taught that they're the prize. It's really wild, because at the end of the day, it's actually creating, to me, a division between men and women, right? It's creating a division where it's like, I don't really like you and you don't really like me, and you don't have all these boxes and I need all this. I mean, because back in the day as a female, yes, you would want like your man to be established. That's no brainer, because you wanted him to be like the provider. So that's a no brainer. So I definitely would take into consideration what this man has going for himself, before I decided to hang out with him, because if I have certain things, then I would expect him to have certain things, right? But now it's like it don't matter what you got, because if you over a certain age and you got this and you weigh this amount and you look like this, then you ain't really nothing and you don't have any value. But it's so funny because what's his name, Kevin Samuels, was talking about women and how they lose their value when they get a certain age. And he asked the young lady, he said, name something that gains value over, name something you can buy that gains value over time. And unfortunately, the lady couldn't answer that question, but there are a lot of things like antiques, like cars. People take old cars and they rebuild them up. That's just like if a person decided, okay, at this age, I want to go and exercise or either get some surgery or whatever to make myself look, better. Then what I'm saying, it's possible. But I don't even want to go in that conversation, because it's just all weird that it's just fighting with women and men, like ugh. And then I heard this one podcast, I think it's Black Girls for Black Girls podcast, and she was talking about, and I have to go back and listen because I gotta educate myself. We like to educate ourselves on here. But I need to go back and listen, because she was talking about the interview that Tyler Perry had and how he was saying that women should accept the fact that they may date a man who makes less than them, or they're the breadwinners. And she was like, no, sir. And I'd have to agree, right? Because as a Black female in the Black culture, ever since I was little, I was taught it's okay to date a man with potential, help build him up, da 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 da, right? When I find it really odd that here you'll have women who pull their bootstraps up and have 2 or 3, and I'm not saying all men are like this, but what I'm saying is, if a woman can, be a single parent, even if she isn't a single parent, she may not have any kids, but she decides she's going to work 2 jobs to pay for her school and get herself through nursing school, whatever. Here you have a woman doing it, but then you have a man that's like, I only want to work 1 job and I only want to get by. And I'm not talking about all men, but she was, and I have to go listen to the interview and then I'll come back and talk about it. But she was saying that he was like, oh, it should just be okay that y'all do that. It should just be okay that y'all date a man who you make more money and who just has potential. And I'm like, that's crazy. I'm not dating a man who has potential. I've been there, done that, and I'm not doing that anymore. Matter of fact, I told somebody that I'm working on myself, because I want to date somebody who has a lot of money, because I want to experience what it's like to just be surrounded or have access to a lot, like they said, a shitload of money, right? Period. And I want to come in and they already have it. And if anybody has a problem with that, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about me, when I put my mind to something, it's gonna happen, right? It's gonna happen. So that is my goal, and that's what I'm working on. And it's gonna be great, because like they said, sometimes you have to say, do you want love or do you want money? And I think at this point in my life, I want money. I tried the love thing. I tried the like thing. I tried to be down. I'm good. I am so good. I love the Black man. Don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely good. So anyway, it's been about 30 minutes. This is a long time to be. Long time, y'all. This is a long time. So anyway, I am just really excited. Definitely gonna have some great content for y'all. Shout out to that one person that's hanging out I don't know who you are, but shout out to you. You want to leave a comment and tell me who you are, that would be great. If not, it is all good. I appreciate you because you are the first supporter besides my mom to come into my life. So you can definitely say I was there when she first started. Okay, so shout out to you out there. I wish I could see who you are, because on I hung out on Tagged, Tagged, which used to be a dating app. Hey. Hey, Jeanette. Long time. Shout out to Jeanette. Girl, it's been forever. I came to South Carolina. I came to Charleston 2 weeks ago for my mom's birthday party, and saw my mom turned 70 and saw a whole bunch of people that I ain't seen forever. And it was just really amazing, because I even seen, like, when I was like a teenager, seeing the kids. They're not kids now. But when they were babies, and I seen them, and they're like talking to me like we're just all adults. I mean, we're all adults, but they're just talking to me. So that was really amazing to see that. I didn't feel old though, because a lot of times when you go back and you see people you haven't seen in a long time, or even like some of your older aunts and some of your parents' friends, and a lot of them look really good. Like my mom is 70, and I seen a lot of people that are her age, and they look really, really great. Okay, I mean really, really great. So they're aging really beautiful. But thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely have some content for y'all. I'm gonna try to make it interesting without getting in trouble, because sometimes you get in trouble, but hopefully I can have my opinion, and it doesn't. I'm gonna stay out of the political stuff. I'm definitely gonna stay out of the political stuff, and not do too much about the gossip, but just probably talk about some stuff to pick y'all brain. So yeah, feeling good, feeling great. And I do want to say this right now, because I know this is being recorded to be played later. If you have a talent like me, you have a talent like this, it is never too late, but it is time to start now. Okay, this is the what do they say, the sign. This is the sign. Go ahead and start. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and make it a habit. I know that we're busy with family, kids, working, but just go ahead and push yourself and start. Okay, because there are a lot of people that started like how I'm starting, and like now, a few years later, they work for themselves. They get to travel the world. They get to come on here and talk. A lot of them come on here and talk shit and get paid to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you have a talent, a skill, tap into that. Really tap into that, and put yourself out there and make some money. Okay? Because that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to make some money. I'm actually about to like reverse. I don't want to say reverse, but I'm actually about to like really, because now one thing that Kevin Samuels did say, shout out to Kevin Samuels, he said that we need to stop, we need to start living life, pretty much. Okay, we need to get at a point in our lives where we are living life, and there's a difference between just being here and doing everything, going to somebody's job, going to work, same routine, but then really start living your life. And that's what I want to start doing, living my life and just really enjoying it. So yeah, that's what I want to do. So anyway, I'll have some stuff to talk about next week. I got to figure out when I'm a stream. Still playing around with some of these features. If you are thinking about streaming and going live, and you are using like the main platforms like Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, I want to tell you about StreamYard. I don't know why I always say StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard. They make it very affordable to really have a interactive, just engaging stream. Okay, from having the banners to having a countdown to having guests come on, you know, to just because I'm on both platforms right now, Facebook and not Instagram, but Facebook and YouTube right now, streaming live. That's how Jeanette came over here and saw me. But Janae, I don't know why I said Jeanette. Janae. So anyway, yeah. So shout out to StreamYard. Very, very, and they record and they save all your streams on one platform. You're able to have guests, and then your guests can actually stream when they're your guests. They can actually stream on their platform live. So then it's just a whole bunch of live going on. So they make it really affordable. So shout out to them. I have used them for work before, which was really fun. Live streaming for work is a little bit different. Sometimes you can be creative, but a lot of times it's just a certain format you have to follow. But I really enjoyed that. It is easy when you do content creation for work, because you get a lot of support. Like somebody's creating the banners, somebody's creating the flyers, somebody's writing the script, you know, somebody's doing so you don't really do it all by yourself. But I'm gonna get there. So I appreciate the support, girl. I appreciate everybody that's gonna come back and watch me later on, or try to watch me later on. Appreciate it. Shout out to everybody. I hope you all are having a wonderful night. If you do see this stream later, I hope that you are in a good place. If not, I wish you that you get in a good place. Remember, if you have a skill or talent, make sure you tap into it right now. Now is the time to do what you need to do. And until next time, I will be back soon, y'all. And I'll be back with a lot to talk about. I'm going to step out my box. I'm going to step out the comfort zone. I'm going to push the limits. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff. And I won't get in trouble, right? Because it's what everybody else is talking about. I don't care. Because one thing I was talking about was shout out to all the Swifties. But we were talking about Taylor Swift and all of her relationships that she has had, and how, like, after her breakup, she writes these songs about these guys or whatever. And so the question was, is Taylor Swift toxic? Is she a toxic human being, right? Or do you even know somebody that dates like that? They'll date somebody like I don't know if that's even a serial dater, because they're actually in relationships for a little bit, right? But it's almost like Jennifer Lopez without the marriage, right? Jennifer Lopez is a hopeless romantic, and she's been married numerous times. And I say numerous is because it's over 3, right? And right now, her and Ben, and it's not funny, but her and Ben are at it right now. So I don't know. I don't want to get married. Unless he has a lot of money. And I'm not even marrying for love. And I think he will know that. He's going to know that with me coming in. So it's either two things. I'm going to have my own lot of money, or I'm going to be dating somebody who has or be with somebody for a lot of money, and have access to it. And I don't even I just want to do like a minimum of 2 years. I want to experience a minimum of 2 years on the private jets, the yachts. Like right now I could travel all around the world, but I want to be like in those exclusive places, you know, rich places. I know there's a lot that goes on, but like people who have money, like all kind of weird stuff, but hopefully I won't ever be in a weird situation. Even if I am, I mean, I'm old enough to know better. But anyway, yes, I'm excited. Y'all can tell. And I'm about to end the stream on a good note. Hey, friend, I see you over there in the comments. You make sure you have yourself a great evening and enjoy the rest of your week. It is cold out here. It is cold. And I don't like it to be cold. And it's going to be cold the rest of the week. Shout out to all the people who love this type of weather. I don't. Okay. Right now it's 57 and it feels, and I have the heat on like 72, 73 because I'm cold, and it's going to be cold the rest of the week. So, shout out to y'all who like the cold weather. Peace and love to all our individuals who may be outside during this weather because they don't have a place to go. So, y'all keep that in mind as well. So, anyway, till the next time, you too, my love. Until the next time, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I really do. And I had a good time. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.